let's talk about money. It seems to me that on site, a lot of people don't like to discuss rates. Now, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this because I've been speaking to some site managers lately on some different firms. I won't mention who they are. And their view is they don't like discussing rates on a site that you might be involved in because it can create a bad atmosphere on site. Now, this is something I've found throughout my whole career in construction, doing groundworks. And normally I find the problem comes when the person finds out someone's on more money than them and they believe or feel that they're worth as much as them. Now, in my opinion, you shouldn't get annoyed at the other person for that. Especially if that person's saying no to the company and someone else has been there for a long while. Because I sort of think, well, fair play. If you can come on, you want to get as much money for yourself as possible. That's fair enough. Where your annoyance should be aimed is at your employer or your contractor or whoever the person you're working for is. And that's because they're the ones that keep it all hush-hush, and which is because it's all profit, it sort of makes sense. They're the ones that keep it hush because they want to pay people as little as possible, really, to keep as much profit for themselves. Now, it's not a problem if someone's earning more than you and you know they're worth more. Like, there's always gangs on site that you know are smashing the work, you know they're bringing the money in for the contractor or the employer, and there's nothing to say. There's no moaning there. Normally, like I say, the moaning only comes from when there's someone that's not as good as you that's earning more than you. Now, there are a few caveats to this, and that is some people might not have driving licenses. That holds you back. Some people might have done stupid stuff that also holds them back. So, it's not just a sort of given, this is why you're worth this or this, because there are other factors that come into play, like I say, such as driving licenses. But what are your thoughts on it? I don't know how it gets done, but something should get done about it. It's a bit of a strange scenario because let's say a new person comes to a job, let's just keep the numbers simple, and they say they want £100 a day, but there's been people that do the same on that company for 10 years and they're getting £90 a day. Should that company automatically bump up the 90 quid a day as to 100 quid a day as? Maybe, but that's never going to happen. And I think what should happen is, yes, talk on site about money. That shouldn't be taboo. Employers want that to be taboo. It shouldn't really be. And if you find out what someone else is on, and if they're earning more, just go to your employer, explain your case. And I don't think there's any problem with asking for more money if you can argue your case as to why you should get it. And then sometimes you live in fantasy land of thinking you're worth more when you're not. So you need that sort of conversation with your employer so that they can give you maybe a bit of pushback as to why you're not worth that money. And then there might have been things you might not have thought about. So anyway, that was way longer than it needed to be. But it's a topic that it's just like this air in construction. And it's all hush-hush. It's probably in every industry, especially in England, because you talk about money and it's like a poison in England. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts on this.